This has been an odd week for me. I really couldn't figure out what to play. I tried Terra and found I had no idea what was going on anymore and really didn't feel like figuring it out. My Final Fantasy XIV project is going to take a bit longer. Nothing interested me. So I turned to Steam and found Gibbous, a comedic Cthulhu-themed point-and-click adventure game. Now I love Cthulhu as much as the next guy, but Lovecraftian games are always a bit much. We'll just put it that way. However, an old-schoolish, witty, funny point-and-click adventure game? Hell yeah, that's a perfect fit for this channel. Because, it's everything I'm not. Oh, truth hurts. Anyway, I'm done with that, but how do I talk about a point-and-click adventure game in a video? I mean, the gameplay is pretty basic. Point, click. Then proceed to click on everything. Click on all the things. Then click all the things on all the other things. That's about it. Instead, I'm gonna recap the game's story, Hive style. So welcome to the first episode of Storytime with Hive. And naturally, there's some spoilers inbound. However, I won't go all the way through the game, that way I'm not spoiling everything. But if you don't want to be spoiled on half the game, I don't know how far along I am. Leave now, go play it, and then come back for some lulz. Alright? We good? Okay, here we go! We start off the game in a cult meeting, as all good games should. These story people are excited because they've just discovered what they've been searching for. The location of the Necronomicon. It's in San Diego, guys, come on. It's highly advertised. What? Oh, Necronomicon. Oh, my bad.
Gregory! We talked about this, man.
Ain't that the truth? I've been that guy. Turns out they don't really know where it is. They're just following a man who's hot on its trail. A man with a butt chin. No, that is not a cleft chin. That is almost definitely an ass on his face. I mean, look at it! Do I need to censor this thing? This is Don Archetype. And don't worry, the puns don't get any better. Mr. Archetype is a detective in the old-fashioned noir sense. Internal monologue and all.
Change. Everything's changing. Always changing.
He's been hired to track down the Necronomicon in the city of Darkham. I'm hungry now. He starts off at the library because, duh. I wonder if there's an ebook version. Nope. Here you meet one of our other main characters, Buzz Kerwin. Buzz is a terrible, terrible garbage person. A likable one, but still, we'll get to it. After inquiring about the Necronomi Alibaba and getting nowhere because no one else would have thought to check the f***ing library, Don decides to leave but finds a package waiting outside. Being the good Samaritan he is, Don brings it back inside only to have it explode, which then allows Don to be kidnapped. Ah damn. I guess Amazon is really trying to discourage free one-day delivery. Also, this place is surprisingly intact for having just been exploded. Buzz then takes over, noticing that the symbol above his desk is now glowing. And what should you do if you see a demonic glowing symbol, kids? That's right! Throw a shoe at it! The Necronomicon is revealed to be inside. So Buzz grabs the book and gets the hell out of there before that place goes up like the tinderbox it is. Or not. When did books get non-flammable? He heads home to his obvious bachelor pad and proceeds to read the book he knows is pure evil. Strike one, Buzz. Everyone, if you find a book that you know is evil, don't open it, and for the love of God, don't read it. The Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead, anything by Nicholas Sparks. Just no. Naturally, our character's stupid action ends in his cat Kitty, inventive name, strike two, gaining the ability to speak, and a sarcastic little jerk she is.
You talk! I stand corrected. You seem to have a firm grip on the situation.
Kitty does not really want to be a talking cat. And given that concept's history, I mean, who could blame her, am I right? So Buzz and she set off to find an expert on this kind of stuff and fix their little talking dilemma. But not before solving some puzzles, because video games. Heading out, I immediately regret going outside. She's looking into my soul.
So, you're just standing there, huh?
People tend to do that in this kind of game.
She's breaking the fourth wall.
I just like to watch them sitting there, clicking their little lives away.
Abort! Abort! Abandon ship! Every man for himself! In Darkham, you'll meet a bunch of interesting and fun characters. The creepy little girl, a murderous blonde lady, a tight-lipped taxicab driver, but your ultimate goal is to meet the voodoo man and unbreak your cat. But to get to him, you need a password. And for this, you need to Trick the blonde lady into giving you her name, which you'll use to trick the cab driver into believing you know the lady, and then trick him into giving you a letter for the blonde lady that she left in his cab, which you can then use to trick the lady into believing you were sent here to help her, and then trick her into giving you the password. Strikes 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Doing great, Buzz! Sadly, though, the Necro Kamehameha is a bit out of his depth, and he recommends you speak to a man in a city named Fishmouth. Ew. A man of pure evil. Bob Olmstein.
Bob Olmstein. Just saying it makes my blood boil and congeal at the same time.
I know, right?
Being the lying loser librarian, alliteration is fun, that he is, Buzz doesn't have a car. So he attempts to take a taxi, but the taxi driver won't take him unless Buzz gets rid of the cab driver's cousin's wife. Good lord, this is getting complicated. You know what, just live with the talking f***ing cat. But no! So to complete the cab driver's task, you must get a pair of scissors from your roommate's room. Get the little girl's fish doll down from a lip of a building and exchange it for her terrifying one. Take a picture off the city's bulletin board of an attractive male model and yeah, that guy's totally attractive. I'm not saying I would, but I'm not saying it. And a book of voodoo from the still smoldering library. What are these books made of? Take these to the voodoo man, complete a ritual that makes the wife figuratively lose her head over the male model, thereby leaving the cab driver's cousin, and homewrecker achievement complete! Buzz Kerwin, our lying, cheating, manipulating, voodoo magic using hero, everyone. It's time to catch up with our favorite archetype, held captive in the starry cultist headquarters. Time to click on everything and MacGyver your way out of this shit by building a rocket. Tell me, do you like the song Rocket Man? Well, it's you. You're the Rocket Man. Then by clicking everything on everything, you end up in the upper levels of the headquarters and discover a magic crystal, which all of these books say is evil, but to hell with consequences. And now I ask you, what would you do if you had an evil magic crystal? Make a hammer, of course.
There's just one thing I want to say before I do it.
I wouldn't say any of these things. You know what I'd say?
Hammer time!
Oh, game, you get me. Also, consequences are a thing. Who knew? Back to Buzz, who has reached the town of Fishmouth, which turns out to be
Buzz off.
not that friendly. So I never thought the people in this picture were particularly attractive, but it turns out it could have been worse. Well, okay then. Everyone in Fishmouth seems to want you to leave and won't let you enter or even explore the town, including the head of the tourism department. In fact, they have going away gifts rather than welcome gifts. You can choose from a shirt, a cup, a floppy disk, a fridge magnet, or a multi-tool that
opens anything, provides hints, helps solve puzzles, coerces people to reveal passwords, requires ceremony, shaving of head, stripping down to underwear, slight change of religion, 6-month-long vow of silence, and a little blood sacrifice. Very useful tool.
Wow. Subtle. Turns out you need the mug. You find out there's a festival in town and decide to pose as one of the entertainers for the fair because deceit is just who you are now. So you trick your way past the living definition of artistic license and attempt to find Bob Olmstein, who should be staying at the Finman House Hotel. But, which should just be the name of these types of games, Finman won't let you upstairs if you don't have a room, and he has no more rooms left to rent out. So you've got to find a way past him. To do this, you will get one of your roommate's drugged cookies from your apartment. Offer it to Finman, who tells you he won't eat it unless he has alcohol to wash it down, which looking at him, that seems about right. Then get a soda from your apartment, trade the soda to this guy for his extra sandwich, trade the sandwich to this girl and her derp dog, which is just freaking adorable, for her dolphin milk. Oh, that's gross. Get the going away mug, fill it with coffee from Finman House, take it to the drunk guy and ask him to drink it. He'll throw a bottle at you. Take the bottle, grab an exotic liquor label off of a bottle in the tourism department, put that label on the empty bottle, fill that bottle with coffee and dolphin milk. Trade that to the drunk in exchange for his actual liquor, give the cookie and the liquor to Finman, who finally eats it, and nothing happens. So this guy just punches him in the face. Well, that was like an hour wasted. Thanks for nothing! This is Barnabas.
I am a protector of the other, a seeker of truth, and a hunter of evils.
And frankly, I just want his voice. Someone let me know who can make that happen. Barnabas pretty much tells you stuff you already know and sets you off to find a book that is the opposite of the Namanamana, but then you're interrupted by the Starry Cult, forcing you to jump out of the window and flee for your life. While running, Buzz and Dawn are reunited and set off together to save the world, or at the very least, shut up Kitty. I believe this is where we'll stop for now. So far, I have really enjoyed Gibbous. It reminds me of games I loved so much growing up, and even games I love today. If you're a fan of point-and-click adventure, you might want to check it out. It's currently over on Steam. Alright, story time is over. Now go to bed. And that was the first episode of Storytime with Hive. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. I plan on doing more of these, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to help the channel, you can do all the things, and you can even donate to me on Patreon like all these other amazing people. We should all watch a talking cat together.